Hello everyone, welcome to today's nail art tutorial presented by Naturally Beautiful by Ruth. Today we'll be doing this really cute little shellac fleur-de-lis design. Alright, so if this is something that interests you, you'll just need to gather up a few supplies. You'll need the shellac UV C&D lamp, rubbing alcohol, Scrub Fresh by C&D. I like to use a plastic water bottle cap to clean out my paintbrushes, a cotton round to clean off my sticky layer. I work over a glass plate. I just think it keeps things a little bit neater and cleaner. I also will be using this spotter paintbrush that I picked up at my local craft store. I will be using some crystals that I also picked up at my local craft store. I have my mineral powder here. This is Demure Mineral Makeup, and I have it in Snowflake and in Gold Shimmer. And then I also will be using the shellac nail colors in, what is this? This is Romantique, which any light color will do. And you really won't be able to see it once you get done putting the mineral powder over it, so as long as it's a light color, it's fine. I have chosen to do my fleur-de-lis in Black Pool, and then I have got my top coat and my base coat. And then once my whole design's done, I'll be finishing off with Naturally Beautiful by Ruth Cuticle Oil and Naturally Beautiful by Ruth Hand Oil. So gather up those supplies and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so now that we have everything out that we need, we're going to apply a thin layer of the shellac base coat starting at the base of the nail and pulling straight up through to the tip, covering the entire nail, making sure we get the sides and the base and the tip. And we're going to put that in the C&D lamp for 10 seconds on setting A. Our second step is to apply the color. I've chosen Shellac Negligee. And I'm going to again apply this from the very base all the way to the tip of the nail, doing just nice long follow through strokes. I'm going to then put this in the shellac C&D UV lamp for 2 minutes on setting. Okay, so now for the really fun part. I have got my Demure Snowflake mineral powder, and I'm coming in and I'm pressing it all over the entire nail. Now if you have a darker color down below, it will show through more. I chose Negligee and it is nice and sheer, so really you're just going to see this beautiful frosty white color. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to come in with my clear top coat, and I'm going to apply a nice thin layer starting at the base and going all the way to the tip. Making certain that I get my sides, my top, just to seal everything in. And there we have it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put this in the C&D lamp on setting C for 2 minutes. Okay, so as you can see, I've already gotten started here. For our fleur-de-lis design, we are putting on a gold tip over our snowflake. And as you can see, I'm putting this on purposely much thicker than we do on most of our designs. And I'm not going to clean out my brush. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take it now and I'm going to go from the very tip and I'm going to brush backwards. Brushing that gold all the way across the design and kind of blending that line a little bit. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with the snowflake again. And I'm going to go from the base to the front. Again, blending that. And the reason for this is we want it to be a muted line. And there you have it. It's a nice fade using gold and snowflake. We're going to go ahead and we are going to apply a nice thin top coat with this, going from the base of the nail and pulling straight through to the front, and then you'll really be able to see how beautiful this looks, because it just really makes it shine. Make sure that you get your sides and your top. And then we're going to put this in the C&D lamp for 2 minutes on setting C. Okay, and so now back to our fleur-de-lis design here. We are going to go ahead and we're going to start with the fleur-de-lis part. So you're going to do on the top part, it's basically like an upside down leaf. Let me get a little bit more paint here. And then off to the side, you're going to have one little arm and then a second little arm. And then to make them a little bit more leaf-like, I'm going to give them a little extra paint here at the ends. Alright, and then for the base, I'm going to come in and make another little leaf shape, but shorter. And then I'm going to do one off to the side and off to the side. And these guys here are real little. Okay. Now it looks a little strange, I know, but we still have one more step, and that is, first of all, we want to come in here and kind of clean this up. Make sure that we really like our little leaves. Okay, and then what we're going to do, as I started to say here, is we're going to come in, make sure that we've got our brush good and cleaned off, dried off, and we're going to come in with the shellac clear top coat, and I'm going to get a little dollop of that. And I'm going to place it right here in the center. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and I'm going to pick up a crystal and I'm going to place it right there in the middle. It's a runaway crystal. And then I'm going to come in with my back of my brush and I'm going to kind of center it on there, make sure it's good, and press it in so it's nice and firm. And then I'm going to cure this in my C&D lamp for 2 minutes on setting C. Okay, now that our fleur-de-lis is almost done, we're going to go ahead with our last base coat. We are going to start at the base of the nail and pull forward. Make sure that we really get good around that crystal. I just want to make sure I get all sides of it. And then I'm just going to smooth out and really pull it down around there so it looks nice and even. Make sure again that you get your sides and your tip. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that in the C&D lamp for 2 minutes on setting C. And then I will wipe it off with the isopropyl alcohol and finish off my whole manicure with Naturally Beautiful by Ruth hand oil and cuticle oil. And you can find those products at naturallybeautifulbyruth.com.